topic of UPSC, Indus Valley Civilization. It is basically the part of ancient history which helps in the improving our knowledge about the ancient history. So without spending more time to the introduction, let's start with the our topic, Indus Valley Civilization. Indus Valley civilizations have four features and four factors which help us to know about the Indus Valley civilization, like introduction, important sites of their phases of IVC. IVC stands for Indus Valley Civilization, and their town planning and structure, what was their agriculture and their economy. If we look about all these points, this will basically help us to know more about the Indus Valley Civilization. So, introduction basically it's all about the history of India begins with the birth of Indus Valley Civilization, and it is also called Harappa Civilization as well as the Saraswati Civilization. Now, the second point, it's flourished around 2500 BC in the western parts of South Asia, but in contemporary, in nowadays, it is called Pakistan and Western India. The Indus Valley Civilization was the home to the largest of the four ancient civilizations like Egypt, Mesopotamia, India, as well as China. In 1920, the Archaeological Department of India carried out excavation in the Indus Valley where they ruins the two old cities like Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. After that, in 1924, John Marshall, who was the Director General of ASI, ASI basically stands for Archaeological Survey of India, announced the discovery of a new civilization in the Indus Valley to the world. Before, it was not known to any peoples in the world that there may be some places which was too old. So after the introduction, they dig out the important sites like Harappa. Harappa was basically excavated by Daya Ram Sahni in 1921. It was basically located on the bank of Ravi, which is the Montgomery district of Punjab. It was not a Punjab of India, it was Punjab of Pakistan. Yeah. The important things which they found there like sandstones, a statue of women and granaries and bullock carts. These things show that the peoples were in early times also used the bullock carts, granaries and the sandstone statues. After the founded like Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro is also somehow pronounced Mohenjo-daro. So without lefting to the pronunciation, it's called basically Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro was basically founded by R.D. Banerjee. It was located on the bank of river Indus in Larkana district of Punjab. Once again, it is a part of Pakistan, not the India. There they found the Great Bath. Great Bath means we can show a swimming pool in nowadays. There they also found the granary, bronze dancing girls. Yeah, there was at that time the dancing system was also there. But the statue of beard man, yeah, today's styles basically a man keep their beard. So at that time also the man keep the beard. So the beard man was also found there. Afterwards, the next place was Chahudro. Chahudro was excavated by N.Z. Mazumdar in 1931. It was located on the Sindh on the Indus River. There they found the bead maker shop. Bead maker shop we can also call the like a statue maker shop, and also the footprints of dog chasing a cat. These footprints shows that the peoples of Indus Valley Civilization pet the animals like dog, which helps them to their household, like chasing a cat or kept away cat from their houses. After the next place was Kalibangam. Kalibangam, it is basically founded by Ghosh in 1953. It is located on the Rajasthan on the bank of Ghaggar river. There they found camel's bones, wooden plow. Camel's bones basically now we basically saw, and we can basically see the camels as the we can say the sheep of Rajasthan. Yeah. So peoples of Indus Valley Civilization also kept camels as their pet animals and used for their daily households. And the next places they founded was Lothal. It is founded by R. Rao in 1953, which is located on the Gujarat on the Gulf of Cambay. There they found first man-made port. Yeah. Now we see the seaports, shipyards. So in the Indus Valley Civilization, there also a port. Ports shows their economic conditions. The peoples of Indus Valley Civilization was highly economized. They kept their households as well as their economy by balancing each other. They found the chess playing, means the peoples in their, we can say, the free time they started chess playing. So there was also a culture of playing like chess, like the mind games. So basically Banavali. Banavali was founded by R.S. Bhist in 1974 and it is located in the Hisar district of Haryana. Yeah, Haryana, basically it is in India. There they found barley and evidence of both pre-Harappan and Harappan culture. And the last place which they founded was Dhaulavira. Dhaulavira was also founded by R.S. Bist in 1985 after the 11th years of Banavali. It is located on the Gujarat in the run of Kanch. There they founded water harvesting system. Means this system shows that the peoples of Indus Valley Civilization use the canal system, reservoir system for harnessing their crops. Okay. So after that, see the phases of Indus Valley Civilization. Means in how many phases it was divided. So as for the evidence given by the historians, it was divided in the three phases. The phases was early Harappan, mature Harappan and late Harappan. The early Harappan phase basically starts from 3300 BC to 2600 BC. The mature Harappan phase started from 2600 BC to 1900 BC. The late Harappan phase started from 1900 BC to 1300 BC. What was the main factors in early Harappan phase? As we all have a same question. So let's start dealing with that question. The early Harappan phase is related with the Hakra phase. What is the meaning of Hakra phase? Hakra phase means the peoples were unaware of some things, some items, some tools, some, we can say, the gadgets. The early examples of Indus script date back to 3000 BC. This phase stands characterized by centralized authority and increasing urban quality of life. Trade network had been established and there also evidence of the cultivation of crops like sesame seeds, dates, cottons were grown during that time. Quote DZ represents the phase leading up to the mature Harappan phase. By 2600 BC, the Indus Valley civilization had entered to a mature age. The early Harappan communities were turning into a large urban centers like Harappan and Mohenjo-daro in Pakistan and Lothal in India. The sign of the gradual decline of Indus River civilization are believed to have started around to 1800 BC and by 1700 BC, but most of the cities were abandoned. However, one can see the various elements of the ancient Indus civilization in later culture. The next phase was town planning. How they planned their town. So, as for my concern, as for my knowledge, I can say it was the best town planning which I have ever seen in today's scenario. In today's time, we see a lots of like bungalow, like havelis, but at that time, their planning system of towns was quite good and quite inspiring. How they were, how they supposed to build that thing. So let's start with dealing that questions. The Harappa cultures was distinguished by system of town planning. Harappa and Mohenjo-daro each had its own citadel and acropolis, which was possibly occupied by members of the ruling class. Below the citadel in each city lay a lower town containing bricks houses. Yeah, at that time bricks were used. It was the evidence given by Ramdayal Sahani, which were inhabited by the common peoples. Means the common peoples lived in brick houses, which show how the big civilization and how the great civilization it was. The remarkable things about the arrangement of the houses in the cities is that they followed the grid system. Grid system is a very good system which used like in railway quarters, railway colonies and government colonies. If we look out the colonies of railway like army, so they use the grid system. Grid system means all the houses size and their construction is same in all over the area. Now the grandees constitutes an important part of Harappan civilization. Yeah, grandees were the main parts of Harappan civilization and Harappan. The use of the burnt bricks, yeah, the bricks were also burnt in Harappan cities is remarkable because at that time the bricks burnt is a good sign of their town planning, because if the bricks is burnt, that means the bricks must be strong, because in the contemporary building of Egypt mainly dried bricks were used. Now we are using the dried bricks and they were used the burnt bricks, and burnt bricks basically is stronger than the dried bricks. The drainage system of Mohenjo-daro was very impressive. Their drainage system was very impressive, means they used the chain system without wasting any water, and they use their waters directly to the fields without wasting it. In almost all the cities, every big or small houses had its own courtyards and bathroom. Means in now we today's world, today's time we see the 1 BHK, 2 BHK, 3 BHK. Means these systems was also used in the Indus Valley civilization. Each room had their separate bathroom and their courtyards. In Kalibangam, many houses had their wells. Yeah, in some houses they have their own wells. They not have to supposed to go to the neighbor house for the water. At sites such as Dholavira and Gujarat, the entire settlement was fortified and sections within the town were also separated by the walls. Yeah, the whole towns was separated by the walls so that theft can be chances. Next things about their agriculture. What was the agriculture of Indus Valley civilization? As per my concern, their agriculture was basically the granary like rice, pads. So let's start with talking with that questions. The Harappan villages, mostly situated near the flood plains, produce sufficient food grains, wheat, barley, as we also said earlier, lentil, chickpea and mustard were produced. Millets are also found from the sites in Gujarat, while rice uses were relatively rare. Yeah, the evidence of rices was relatively rare because the peoples were not supposed to produce rice daily or regularly. The Indus peoples were the earliest people to produce the cottons. Yeah, one question is always asked in UPSC and the competitive exams, which peoples were the earliest to produce cotton? The answer will be Indus Valley peoples were the earliest people to produce cotton. While the prevalence of agriculture is indicated by the finds of grains, it is more difficult to reconstruct actual agriculture practices. Means we can't have a proper idea how they practice the agricultures. Means we haven't such fact which tells about their practices of agriculture, but we have a fact or the evidence what was the practices and what was the food they produced. Representations on seals and terracotta sculptures indicate that the full bull was known, and archaeological extrapolates shows oxen were also used for plowing. Yeah, the ox were also used for plowing the fields, for cultivating the fields. Next, about the agriculture, most Harappan sites were located in semi-arid region. Semi-arid region means they were not in living in the arid region. It was semi-arid means somehow they are getting the rains, somehow they are using the canals for irrigating their fields. Traces of canals have been found at Harappan sites of Sortughai in Afghanistan but not Punjab or Sindh. Means the evidence of canals was also found in semi-arid regions, which gives an idea that they also use canals for irrigating their fields. Although the Harappan practices agricultures, animals were also reared on a large scale. Yeah, the peoples of Harappa were also reared animals on a large scale for getting their milk, for getting their meat, for getting cotton, or we can say their goods. Evidence of the horses comes from superficial levels of Mohenjo-daro and from a doubtful terracotta figure from Lothal. In any case, Harappan culture was not a horse-centered. Means the use of the horse in Harappa was not basically on a large scales. Some people use horses for their households or for their. Now we will look at the last points of Indus Valley civilization, their economy, because in every civilization their economy play a very important role for their growing. So as far concerned about the economy of Indus Valley civilization, the importance of trade in the life of Indus peoples is witnessed by presence of numerous seals, uniform scripts and regular weights and measures in a wide area. The Harappan carried on a considerable trade in stones, metals, and sail. Metal money was not used, and trade was carried by barter system. Yes, in Indus Valley civilization, their economy was barter. Barter system means exchange of goods by the goods. Means if we have to take a wheat, we have to give the barley. So they practiced navigation on the coast of Arabian Sea. They had set up the trading colony in northern Afghanistan, which evidently facilitated trade with Central Asia. They also carried commerce with those in the lands of Tigris and Euphrates. The Harappan carried on a long distance trade in lapis lazuli, which may have contributed to the social prestige of the ruling class. So students, these are the points which we have looked at in the Indus Valley civilization must helps you for getting a good marks in your upcoming exam. That's all. Thank you.